Welcome back to the Ready to Love Season 4, Episode 11 review. This is Couples Couch with
Pat.
And I'm Cam.
My face is weirding me out right now.
Me too. It's giving pale vibes. Totally. Like when you decide to let the whole beard go, you have to give somebody a fair warning. Like you can't just be like, yeah, man, I'm about to go grab a shower and come out as a whole other race. Like you look so pale to me. What happened?
I thought the guard was on it. I was just trying to trim it down to like a shadow.
So you took one whole patch out?
I thought the guard was on and it wasn't. So it was...
You could have let it go. Look at all these people with these
I look like Antonio Brown with...
You could have had a struggling beard. It would have grew back by tonight.
You know me look like Anthony Hamilton? Patch up here. No.
Oh, we are back. It has been a 2 week semi break, but not really a break. We had some things going on. You had some overtime work you had to tend to. Father's Day hit us the next week, and I ain't know. I'm like, yeah, we're going to be back next week. We'll be here. And then it's like, boom, it's Father's Day. And I'm like, oh, no, we got to spend time with family.
Let them know we went somewhere for the Father's Day weekend.
We had a lake house, excursion at the Humphreys compound. We had a good time. So now we're back. It's Tuesday. We're going to get this in for y'all. We're late, but better late than never.
Yes.
Although, I really don't want to be doing this review, and I'm going to tell y'all why.
Let them know.
Because this episode was dry. Like, the whole show don't give what it's supposed to have gave. Not to me, at least.
And they did one of the worst things you could do in a competition, and we'll get to it later in the show.
If you are new to our channel, welcome. If you are not new, this will be a high-level overview, which you already knew I was going to say that. So high, it's spaceship level, because they didn't talk about much of nothing. Okay, let's get into episode 11. No, it'll grow back in by tonight. Let's get into episode 11 real fast. The show opened up right where they left off in episode 10 with AJ telling Kyra she's not ready to love, but boop, he decides to say, I really don't want to let you go. I'm having a change of heart. Do you want to stay? And they start the show right from there. And she's like, huh? Like, I didn't know we could do this. And he's like,
I didn't know either. This is the first rule change.
I think they just make them as they go. So Kyra said, she had a feeling that this moment was coming, but was being cautious because she plans to only choose one husband and didn't want to rush herself into making a decision. AJ asked Kyra, do you want to be here with me? Kyra says, yes, I do. AJ changes his mind, changes the rules to the game.
Do you want to be here with me as opposed to going home? Yeah, I want to be with you. She says, yes, I do. I want to stay. AJ said that,
it's been 4 years since he had a date with Kyra, and he didn't want to throw this moment away, so fast. Remember they had their first date long ago? Whatever.
I remember. I know what he's saying, but it's just so stupid.
So AJ
y'all didn't date for the last 4 years and you don't want to throw something away. Y'all went on one bad date. And then y'all saw each other at a game show.
You don't want to throw this moment away. So he's keeping her. He says this situation is now bittersweet because while Kyra gets to stay, he knows that means Alexis got to go. And that was that.
So you mean to tell me you was going to get rid of me, but now you're not going to get rid of me?
And you mean to tell me
I'm not a piece of meat you just going to throw around.
No, and you mean to tell me you was going to keep me, but now you just going to throw me out the show?
Yeah, because my eyes don't match up.
You ain't right. Let's move on to the next scene. Next scene shows Alexis shows up to meet with AJ. AJ tells her, although they will be in each other's lives for a very long time, he doesn't know if he could be what she needs him to be. And he says, I'm sorry, you're not ready to love. Alexis says she feels like she got backstabbed by the person that she chose and that she genuinely liked. And she kept her, the poker face in the moment.
She gonna cry in the car.
And yes, she definitely gonna cry in the car. But in her interviews, she was going off about how, Jesus, is, showing her that she needs to see herself for who Alexis really is. And once she can find herself and
that's not, none of that. None of that.
It was all of that.
It was none of that. You just dated someone and it didn't work out. That's it. That's all that happened. It wasn't no sign. No, you dated someone who didn't like you more than he liked somebody else. It didn't work out. You didn't win the show. That's all that happened. Don't bring everybody else into this. Don't bring Jesus into this. Like, no.
She took it hard. Like you said,
I barely watch his show. I know he don't watch his show. We got better things to do.
Alexis got voted off. She took it to heart, and we're moving on to the next scene. Right?
Yeah.
That's it. The ladies show up at the ladies' lounge. Papacitos is now back open, ready for service. They all got them a seat. Tommy shows up and says that Alexis's presence is, a large presence is missing. She got voted off. And Kyra is now here to stay. Liz is looking like, how that work? Like, I thought she's supposed to be gone because Jason chose me. So she was looking a little funny style. Tommy tells the ladies that this week, I want you to meet up with your guy and transition from now being a single into being a couple. Tommy leaves and the ladies sit back to just talk for a little bit to understand what happened with Kyra and how she here and Alexis is not here. Kyra tells the ladies how it went down with AJ and how AJ decided that he had a change of heart and wanted them to stay and wanted Alexis to go. Kyra gets bitter and petty and says she feels like she still has some unfinished business with Jason because she feels like he chose Liz but didn't make it clear to her that that's what he was planning to do. Liz is like, I'm not nobody's second best. You know what? Stop. And she says she feels like Kyra should just pretty much take her L and keep it pushing. Like, you with AJ, you said you wanted to be here with AJ, so why you checking for what Jason does, right?
Yeah.
I just don't see her point. She sounds bitter, petty, scorned, all
this
of the
is
above.
What happens when y'all all just been dating circles.
Everybody got their feelings hurt about somebody else. But then you say you chose AJ, so why tell AJ yes you want to be here with him, but worried about if Liz is Jason's second pick or
because you don't want to go because you don't want to leave the show.
Oh, got you.
What? It was either leave the show or say you'll stay with AJ.
Got you. Well, with that being said, let's move on to the next scene. Next scene, Joelle shows up to Vernicia's house. Vernicia cooks dinner for him. And the food she made actually looked really good. But, the whole time I'm watching them sit past the dining room table and sit down on the couch with their plates in their lap eating the food. And I'm like, why are y'all not sitting at the dining room table eating? Why are y'all at the coffee table with a plate on your lap?
They're probably watching TV. Maybe they're watching Married at First Sight or something.
They're not watching TV. They were having dialogue back and forth. So why?
What is the problem?
At the table
because they want to sit on the couch. And who are you to talk? I've seen you eat pizza out of the box on the floor in the game room.
I'm not filming a show.
This is supposed to be real world.
So you're just going to sit on the couch with your plate in your lap, though?
Come on, where do we eat? You eat in the bed.
I'm filming a show. I am not filming a show.
Yo, you literally eat dinner 2 or 3 times a week in the bed.
Well, because y'all don't want to watch
Indian style. Indian style. Like,
I don't want to watch what y'all want to watch when I'm eating my food, so I go and sit down on the bed and eat my food and watch my shows. But this is a show Joelle and Vernicia on. You think that own network is coming into this house and I'm gonna go sit on the bed.
So what we gonna do? We all gonna sit at the table and eat brand new? Don't nobody know what to... Can you please pass? Like, no. Everybody gonna walk around here brand new. No.
I'm just saying, you utilize the dining room for Hollywood. All right, Hollywood? All right. So that was my thing.
No.
I was like, why did
eat where you want to eat in your own house?
I'm just saying, yeah, you can. I
It's
just
COVID. Don't nobody want to sit at the table all proper just because you want to act like it's Thanksgiving dinner because the cameras are here. Cameras always here. They've been here for 6 weeks.
Oh, God. Okay, so as they continue to sit on the couch and they finished up their food, they decided to start talking about, like, where they're at. And Joelle tells Vernicia that he's ready to try this thing out and see where it can go. They seal it with a kiss, and that was the end of that scene. Let's move on to the next scene. Jason and Liz meet up for a date. Liz asks Jason, what if Kyra said she picked you? Would your decision change? For me, Jason didn't even hesitate. He was like, no, I made my decision weeks ago. I know that I wanted you. And
which is exactly what you should say.
And then in that moment, he jumps up and is like, hold on, I'll be right back. He comes back with a white rose. And Liz gets all excited, starts screaming, and he's like, hold on, I want to explain to you. I've only given this white rose to 2 women in my life.
Yo, you
my
are the
mom
corniest
and
dude
my
in the world.
And it signifies purity.
She's 47 years old. Ain't nothing pure about her.
And
she approved. There's a difference.
A white rose signifies
virginity, and she ain't got it.
She begins to cry and she stands up and hugs him and they have their moment, and this one ain't buying it.
Yo, they are so corny.
And that was what happened.
How you get through 47 years of life and you can't detect the slightest amount of game?
I detected it too, but I would have took the rose. Would have took the rose. You want me to be rude? But I would have been like, this is probably something he'd tell everybody. This is probably his 47.
It wasn't even good game. Like, yo, I've only gave my mama
and my stepmom
and my So I'm your mom? Like, I'm a mother figure to you? And pure, because I'm old like this, you gonna give me a rose?
Because
I've only ever given white roses to women over 46.
I can't deal with you. I'm moving on to the next scene. You would not ruin this for Liz.
Yo.
Next scene, Chris and Amber meet up for their date. They haven't seen each other since they left the ranch. Chris jumps right into asking Amber, has she still been communicating with Ron since the kiss that she had with him? Amber says she cut off all communication with Ron, and she wants to reassure Chris that she does not have any number 2s or 3s. It's just all him. There's nobody else. He started to cry a little bit because he felt...
I can already tell that ain't gonna work.
He felt so, overwhelmed by the fact that she said it's all about him, and every time they meet up, it solidifies their connection between them. And he's like, my eyes are trying to sweat, is exactly what he said.
Yo, that lioness won a king of the jungle.
Oh, my God.
She ain't for it. I'm telling you, I thought she was innocent. No.
Yeah.
Nah.
So then he goes on and says, are you ready to have kids? I meant to ask you that, how many kids you want? And she was like, oh, yeah, I want one at least to start with, And he was like, well, I'm not having sex right now anyway because I'm doing semen retention.
Sex right now,
Ever in life?
I mean, yeah, once I get married and
You what? All the way to get married?
Yeah, because...
I can't convince you a little bit. Maybe.
No, I mean, don't count your boy out. Just because, I'm holding off. I'm practicing this semen retention now. I think the main thing, I'm just trying to protect your sexual energy.
And she was like, don't tell me I done got this far, made this connection with you for you to talk about semen retention, a.k.a. celibacy, is what he's practicing right now. And she's like, so I can't convince you not even a little bit? I don't know what that means. Like, what is convincing somebody?
You doing it right now by touching me. I'm convinced.
A little bit. Like, you want to do it a little bit, or you want to...
No. Listen, Me and this dude is not built the same. Because you be like, we can do it a little bit. All right, a little bit is going to turn into all the way for me. I'm telling you right now, you kiss me more than 3 seconds, all of my actions from that point until are going to be to get it in.
Stop. So she's like, he said the thing is that he's practicing celibacy because he's trying to protect the sexual energy.
Boy,
that
stop.
He has been giving out freely to women who weren't deserving of it. He's so like connected.
That's where you're messing up because you don't supposed to give it to him. That's why you put a condom on. You keep all that right there. You're right.
Help
Don't
me,
go
Lord.
around. You absolutely right. Men, y'all need to stop going around giving this sexual energy. You got to cap
help
it.
me. You Lord help
Keep
me,
it.
help me. So
But I don't know about this
he does say
semen retention.
he plans to wait till he's married, and Amber's like, let's try, go ahead and let me see if I can convince you a little. Practicing sex at all, celibacy. He just used semen retention as his little phrase for it.
Those semen retention means you not no semen.
I don't want to break down the man's body parts and bodily fluids.
She does, and listen.
You know,
I saw it in her eye. I saw it in her eyes. She not going for that crying and that semen retention. She ain't with it. She gonna go running back to Ron.
That's what you think?
They've been together for 2 dates by themselves. Yeah.
She said that.
Listen, that's how the game's. If we're on a date, we've only been on 3 dates just because you were my number 1 for 2 weeks in a row. If you say or do something I don't like, that's why I got a number 2.
But she said she no longer has 2s and 3s. It's all about him. But it did blow her away when he said that he's practicing celibacy.
So
we
you
shall
just
see.
gonna believe him.
Who, me?
Yeah, and I guess Liz is supposed to believe Jason likes her prudeness. That's why. Wait till we get to the next scene.
All right, let's move on to the next scene because you are a mess, I swear.
Right.
All right, next scene is going to be a spaceship overview. Kyra meets up with AJ for a date. Kyra asks AJ, like, where do we stand now? AJ's like, yo, after what we just had the other night, like me changing my mind and asking you to stay, why would you even ask that question? That shows you that I want to be with you. He's also saying he no longer has any number 2s or 3s or any options. It's all her, and she would now be getting a full heat from him, is what he said.
If he did have a number 2 or 3, do you think he would tell you?
This is also true.
Dumb.
So Kyra asked AJ, do you feel like you made the right decision? He said it isn't about the right decision. It's about what would cause you larger regret. So it's essentially the same thing. He just tried to flip it, right? Because the wrong decision will cause you regret as well. It's just the way
I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember none of this. I must have changed the channel.
Yeah, you did. Kyra said she still needs clarity from Jason, though. She's still hung up on Jason, y'all. Because she needs to still speak to him to see where it went wrong.
I do remember this part.
Why do you care if you are?
Why are we here?
Jason, we haven't gotten there yet. But yes, why do you keep asking about this man? He done moved on with Liz and the White Rose. Like, let him be. Right?
Because her shiny nose got a thing for him.
She does.
It's got a scent that she can't let go of.
Let's move on to the next scene. Next scene, the ladies return to Papacitos. They are still open for business, aka the ladies' lounge, for deliberation. Each lady gave a recap on how their dates went this week. Amber tells the group about Chris's semen retention. Vernicia tells the group about her date with Joelle when they ate on the couch with the plate on their lap.
Like you ate off the floor.
I didn't eat off the floor.
You ate out of a pizza box.
I had a plate.
No, I didn't have.
You made me sound like I ate off the carpet or something.
You ate off the cardboard pizza box.
I didn't eat
that was
off
on
the box.
Carpet.
We had a box of pizza. You don't relay messages very well. We had a box of pizza. I had a plate. I took a slice out, put it on my plate.
Where were you sitting?
And I ate.
Where were you sitting?
On my carpet.
On the floor. So you making fun of these people who sitting on the couch and you was on the floor.
I'm not making fun. I'm asking a question like, why are you on a TV show?
Why were you on the
out
floor?
Of your lap? Am I on a TV show? Were we just having game night? You ain't got nothing.
Game night? We wasn't having game night. We was watching The Avengers.
Oh, now you remember the Avengers movies?
The first one, not Endgame. I told you I've not seen that movie.
Whatever. So, anyways, we digress. You see, you have a problem.
You haven't seen the movie either because you can't tell me what
I have
happened.
seen Endgame. We digress. Let's move on.
What
So
happened?
then Liz
If we seen it, tell me the
Stop. Then Liz begins. I can't take you.
We
So
seen
then
the end game. What's the end? I don't know.
Okay, the end game, Iron
Don't
Man
tell
dies.
it. Some people might not have seen it.
Okay, anyways, let's get back into it. Liz then tells her story on what happened with her date with Jason and how he made his decision weeks ago. Kyra blurts out a laugh, being shady AF. And then she starts telling about the white rose and what it signifies, purity and all this. And if looks could kill, Kyra is giving her the whole mean mug the whole time. Everybody else is like, "Oh, that's so sweet, that's so nice." Even Tommy was like,
That was not a mean
"That's
mug.
awesome." What was it then?
It was a laugh. Kyra.
But then Tommy silenced her.
No.
And
Who was
then
Tommy to silence?
The host of the show.
Somebody needs to silence that jacket he got on. Everybody else in tank tops. He out there with a leather jacket.
Anyways, it was rude and petty of Kyra to laugh. You know.
No, it wasn't. It was.
She's butthurt. She's clearly butthurt that Jason didn't pick her. That's all I can say.
And Liz need to be listening to what she's saying and not listening to her laugh.
Kyra says she thinks it's very funny. She wasn't trying to be disrespectful, but she thought it was funny that Jason would pick Liz because Liz is practicing celibacy, and all the conversations she's had with Jason did not include any celibacy talk.
She been on the phone. She know what kind of freaky things he like. She like, I don't know why he picked her. He ain't gonna get none of it. So he gonna come right back over to this side of the track.
She's also concerned with how pressed Jason was to have her make a decision, and if he had made his decision weeks ago, why was he pressing her?
Because he lying.
Final decision. I'm just listening to all the back and forth, and
I'm translating,
and I'm becoming Queen Elsa. Let it go.
And let it go. Because these people like each other, they're playing the game. That's why Kyra's butthurt. She's not butthurt over Jason. Look at him. Like, I mean, whatever.
I didn't say nothing.
But he not.
I don't know.
They want to win the game more than they don't care.
Yeah, it's egos and stuff, right? So then Tommy asked Kyra, if you had to make a decision today, then who would you choose? Which I don't know why this is even a question because she already chose who she chose, and she said she would still choose AJ.
No, she would.
No, she wouldn't. Next, so Tommy says, the ladies and gentlemen will now come together as a couple for a final dinner to make a committed decision if they want to stay together.
Rule change.
Another
Somebody's supposed to go home. Somebody's supposed to be by themselves.
Curveball. He said there's too many couples here. It's 4 couples here. We shouldn't have 4 couples. I guess they're only supposed to have 3 at the very end.
I think it's supposed to be 3 couples in a person.
What? Why would it be 3 couples and a person?
So that other person could try to break up one of the other couples.
Be like a side piece somewhere.
They only been dating for 3 dates.
Tommy leaves
by themselves.
And Amber asks Kyra, do you really want to be with AJ? Because you're still talking about Jason so much. And she was like, I do want to be with AJ, but I need clarity from Jason. And Liz is giving the whole side eye to Kyra the whole time she's saying all this. And that was the end of that scene. I think the other part too in that is that Liz didn't like the fact that Kyra was assassinating Jason's character, is what she said. Because
she wasn't assassinating his character. She just said that we have freaky phone sex.
She did not. She did not. Kyra meets up with Jason for her clarification session. Jason said he got a call from Kyra, which was very strange to him because he was like, we said what we said, so why are we here now again? But he was like, I'll allow her to have her clarification session and let her get whatever she wants off her spirit. Kyra says she's meeting up with Jason because she is disappointed in him, and her disappointment is now turning to anger. Why, if you chose AJ, right?
I don't care if you're angry, upset, sad. didn't choose you, so you're not any of my concern.
Right. So Jason said he did tell Liz a week ago. He did tell about a week ago.
Stop. Stop. Yo.
And my say keep it on him, he'll drop. And give you while they some hot. Tones known to get busy with the try to run down and you can catch it. These checks till I pass out.
Cash out.
Shorty give me neck till I pass out.
Pass out.
All I do is cash out. And if you ain't up, get up on my tripod.
You feeling this?
I've been selling like the fifth grade. Really never made no difference with this shit I made. They told me to them packs and how to maintain.
He got out of jail about a month ago.
So Jason said he did tell Liz that he made his decision weeks ago, but that was on him because they said a lot of stuff in passing, and he's not sure what exactly was what was said, but whatever.
Trying to win the game.
Right. So Jason tells Kyra that the few last meetups they have had has seemed more like interrogations than like meetups or a date. He's asking her he's like, even right now in this moment, it feels very interrogating. Like, we already made our decision, so why are we here? What is it that you want?
What do you want?
If I had related differently and you would have gotten it when you were asking me for a decision, do you feel like the outcome would have been different?
No. I still think it'd be the same because I really genuinely feel confident in Liz.
Okay.
Kyra tried to bring up the complaint about how she felt like he should have allowed her to make her decision in her time, not based on his timeline. And he was like, you know what? We're not about to do this. What is it that you want now?
What do you want?
Like the Notebook. What do you want? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
You done? Any other scenes? All right.
Did you see how I did two people? I don't know.
The range.
What do you want? I don't know.
And again.
Anyways, I digress. So, right now he jammed her up and made her sound like the bitter, petty person that she is. And he was like, what is it that you want? She said, well, after everything, my decision is I choose for you to be, or for us to just be friends.
Who asked you? Did somebody ask you?
I didn't know you were. This was decision day.
Somebody text you?
This turned into decision day.
I'm with Liz, and if I don't even know why I'm here.
And did she find out?
Yeah.
Is that what you're about to say?
I don't even know why.
So I know Jason's probably thinking in his head, this could have been an email or a text. Like, you ever been to a meeting and you're like, they could have totally just sent this in an email.
I ain't even have to be a part of this.
Like, I didn't need this in my life. And that was the end of that scene.
All right.
Well, let's move on to the final few scenes of this episode.
Right, because
Close
somebody's going home today, right?
Let's move on and let's see. The couples meet up for the final dinner. They mingle, they eat. Kyra says she sees Jason and Liz, and it's kind of getting under her skin because she says she does like AJ, but she doesn't know if she likes him enough to say that she wants to stay committed to him. Tommy shows up.
Whoa.
You want me to rewind that?
I like him, but I don't know
You
if
didn't peep that when she said that?
I told you, I didn't peep a lot of this show. I like him.
But I don't know if I like him enough to say I want to stay committed to him or be committed to him.
So I like him, but I'll still cheat on him. Like, I don't like him that much.
I like him, but I don't know if I want to be with him.
Right.
Okay, same thing. So anyways, Tommy shows up and tells the couples that the last and final step of this journey is for them to get out of my paper.
I'm trying to make you read fast.
I'm sorry.
Move your fingers.
So Tommy tells them that the last and final step of this journey is for them to meet each other's families. And you know it's real when Big Mama meets you and shares your the macaroni and cheese recipe with you. Now, I know that to be true because let me tell you about Patrick's mama. You damn near got to show up when she is making that macaroni and cheese because she is not about to tell you what all she puts in that mac and cheese. You literally, if dinner's at 6, you better show up at 3:30 when she's putting the macaroni and cheese together.
OJT on the job training.
Because she ain't just going to tell
if she
you
write
that.
it on the paper and send you home, you ain't going to get it.
No.
I'm telling you
so
right now.
You might as well stand there, and you got to be there a few times because every time she change it up, it ain't the same stuff in her macaroni and cheese.
Tastes the same to me.
And it tastes delicious. So I don't know. But anyways, I digress. I want that macaroni and cheese recipe,
I'm hungry
Gigi.
too.
But, okay. So.
You got to wear a GoPro and just watch it. How much is that?
Gigi's going to die with these recipes with her. That's the last good macaroni and cheese we'll have.
She got a freezer full of it.
for Poppy.
No, me and Philip. Patrick, Philip.
And she's going to be in her will.
Yeah. And don't let your wives have none because I know they like it too. I have to defrost a square at a time.
All right, you guys, and that was the end of episode 11. Everybody went home. Next week is the season finale of the Ready to Love season 4, and
where they bring everybody else back onto the show and they match them up with people, so everybody gets a relationship.
You get a relationship.
Yeah.
You get a relationship. Why are you hitting?
Knocking over the stuff I can afford.
The great value water. Alright, and that was the end of the episode. Drop your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about this episode. Was it good? Did it give what it's supposed to have gave? Did the season give what you think it was supposed to have gave? I don't know if I'm coming back for season 5.
If you do, it'll be by yourself.
I could barely get to episode 11 with him, much less a whole next season. Yeah. So drop your comment in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. Also, please be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button to support our channel.
Where's the wrap it up button? Wrap that
We'd love
up,
to
B.
hear from you.
Wrap it up.
We thank you for watching, and we will see you for the season finale episode. Who's going home? Who's gonna make it?
Nobody.
AJ and Kyra ain't gonna make it. I'll close with that. AJ and Kyra, they ain't gonna make it next week.
Neither is Jason and Liz.
I'm done. None of that. And then we got the reunion show too. So we
Jason's and neither is Chris and Amber. Cause when Amber was like, "Yo, I want to do this other thing," she's like, "Yo, you should have picked Liz."
The wrong couple.
Yeah, you should have went with Liz. Now I gotta go with Ron.
And he ain't even on the show. Thank you guys for watching.
Think I don't got his number?
We will see you in next week's episode. Bye, you guys.
Bye. Deuces.